this. Now I'm going to do my final analysis, and this is a slideshow which I created just recently just for this purpose. So you know what I see? I see here are the consequences of pending sales. There's not enough homes to buy for the entire of this year. Home affordability, a lot of people cannot afford it. A lot of people stay on the sideline. And of course, existing homeowners, they are not selling, they're sitting on their mortgages. Builders are pausing their home construction as a result of lack of demand. All those reasons. Look at this. Look, take a look at it. This is pretty head scratcher, right? The months of supply for the entire 2021 is around 2 months of supply, and with the low mortgage rate, historic low of 3%, 3.5%. We have seen skyrocketing home prices in 2021, which is well, I believe will never happen again in 1,000 years, ever again, with the low interest rate and the multiple offers, bidding war, quadruple digit appreciation in just a mere 18 months between late 2020 to the entire 2021 and the first quarter of 2022. We have seen some historic, once in a generation, once in a lifetime, rising appreciation rates across all over the U.S. But at that time, the month of supply was around 2 months last year, 2021, 2022, started out with a very low inventory level. And then when the interest rates rocketed back in April and May, we have steadily seen lower demand, buyers not buying, they can't afford it, or they are scared, whatever. And then we are reaching at a level right now, still, even with inventory have risen more than before recently, we're still at a low of, low 3 months, 3.2, 3.4 months level of inventory. So this is very concerning. So it's going to be, it's going to create a lot of bad situation. And then, of course, like I said, the U.S. building permits has collapsed. The builder sentiment has collapsed because demand has subsided. So the builders, they build their new homes based on consumer demand, and the consumer demand has decreased drastically. So they are pausing getting permits and what have you. And building permits collapsing, we have a repercussion. We have a ripple effect for the next few years. And because the consumers are relying on new construction to a supply of inventory to come into the market, it's just not enough, next few years and even beyond. The repercussion is long term, based on the U.S. Builders permits collapsing, and they're now building enough homes, et cetera, et cetera. So builder sentiment, housing starts is declining, which is going to exacerbate the low supply of inventory. That's what I'm trying to say. Inventory has finally peaked for the year. Look at this Alto's research. They have shown that we need single family homes wise. We need like 1.2 million single family homes back in 2015, and then gradually there has been very low supply of single family home construction from 2015 to all the way from 2021, when there's an extremely 1 month supply of inventory. That's why we've seen some once in a lifetime historical price appreciation back in 2021. Now, even though the inventory has increased, quite substantially the past 6 months, we're still at a very, very low inventory level. We are like more than 100% low inventory. It'll take a while to catch up, for the reason I just stated. So inventory has peaked, and there's concern supply is very, very limited. Very low new supply, as concluded by Alto's research. And you see the trend, right? You see the 2022 trend, which is not looking good. Low supply, high demand. Economics 101, when demand is higher than supply, housing prices will increase. So economics 101. So hopefully you learned something. All right. Again, October 2022 marks 13 consecutive months of lowering existing homes. We're not talking about builders. We're talking about homeowners that are selling their home, the resale homes, right? It has been the red graphic signified this year, 2022. You see, ever since from beginning of 2022, you see the resale homes has been decreasing because home sellers are not selling because of it's not a good time for them to sell. So we don't have that much inventory right from the get-go. And further decline are expected in many, but not all markets. There's no such thing as a national real estate market. Real estate market is very hyper local, down to the neighborhood, down to the block, down to the APN lot number. So yes, I mean all the negative headlines they bombard the news media with sky is falling, we're gonna have a crash, whatever, not happening. If you look at the color coding, the red color shows home price decline around 5%, maybe more, depending on area. And a blue graph indicates that the home prices has been increasing as we speak from September 22 to September 2020 year projection. No surprise, a lot of you guys knows about it. California has seen the largest decline of home prices, and pockets of Texas, perhaps Austin, and Midwest here, Chicago metro area, the region have seen home price declines, and North Dakota, who cares about that? Place and Minnesota declined, and pockets of the West has declined, and also Northeast has declined, quite substantially. The New York City area, Connecticut, New Jersey, up and down the Eastern Seaboard have seen a 5% home price decline year over year from 2022 at the projection. But the areas that are still increasing in value, albeit very little, are pockets of the West, like I don't know where is this place here, Utah, Idaho, Pacific Northwest, Washington State, on the eastern portion of it. I don't know where is this place, Montana. I don't know. I don't care. Around here, in Arizona, and what's up top here? Above Arizona is Colorado, perhaps. Then Nevada around here, and then the biggest growth is the affordable Sunbelt markets, which is in the south and southeast. We're talking North and South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, especially Texas. Many areas of Texas are doing well. San Antonio, Houston, even Dallas are doing very well. Austin, yeah, we're going through a little bit of a correction. Oh, well, more than a little bit of a correction. But yeah, south and southeast, home prices are very, very affordable. And that's where the growth component, if you look at the nationwide. So it's not all doom and gloom. Some markets are still appreciating little by little, not that much. All right. So, and this graph, if nothing else you learn, this graph will show you why there would not be a real estate crash. Because look at this. Do you know 40% of the US homeowners, they are free and clear. They don't have a mortgage. They have massive amount of equity. And the remaining, the people that have mortgage, 65% of the homeowners that have a mortgage, their mortgage is at a 4% 30-year fixed rate mortgage low or lower. In fact, let's break it down. Oops. Let's break it down. Let's go from here. Okay. Oh my God, what am I doing? Almost 10 million people with mortgages have a rate of less than 4%. 11 million Americans with mortgages at 3.5% or lower. What else? What's over here? 13 million people have a mortgage rate, 30-year fixed rate mortgage of 3% or lower. 4.5 million people have a 30-year fixed rate mortgage of 2.5% lower. And I don't know who are those people. I'm not one of them to have a 285,000 Americans with mortgages have a 30-year fixed rate mortgage at below 2%. Look, I have a high FICO score, but I don't know whether I can do that. So really, if you think about it, this is mind-boggling. Look at this. It just goes to show you the American dream is all about home ownership. U.S. homeowner equity surges to over $29 trillion as the value of the housing stock passed $41 trillion. So most people's wealth are in their homes. So for people that, continue to stay in the sideline for whatever reason, especially people that can afford to buy a home, they need to buy a house to live, or they need to buy homes for investment purposes as well. So on a historical basis, it pays to own a house, especially own it long term. Okay, the people that bought houses recently, I have an absolutely amazing amount of equity in their homes, and that's all I'm going to talk about. So those people historical mortgages, they're not going to sell their home to move up to buy a new home and having to pay 6.5% interest rate on their mortgages, which will increase the mortgage payment by 100% and having to pay a higher price. So a lot of people, they own a home right now. They are hoarding their historically low mortgages. They're not going to get rid of it. They're gonna sit out for the next remaining 28 years, especially when they refinanced 2 years ago at the low rate. So homeowners right now have very little incentive to sell. The only people that are selling are the people that have to sell. Maybe they're under distress. I don't know. So if you do not sell your home right now, you're okay. If you sit on your home, you sit on your low rate mortgages forever, you're going to be fine, because over time, your house can appreciate and you're going to be fine. So, all this reduction of home prices, yeah, if you're selling for whatever reason, it's the wrong time to sell, well, you could be subject to the market situation. You might have to lower your price and all that stuff. So you do not have to sell, sit on your mortgage, sit on your house for a long time to come, and you'll be fine. So I'm sorry, I have so much to talk about and so much to cover. So my takeaway is this: there are some positive signs going on in 2023 and beyond. The mortgage rate should not get any higher than it is right now, at least based on my projection. We're coming back to a balanced market. We've just gone through a very, very challenging correction, especially in 2022. So the homeowner dream, American dream, is still alive and well for primary homeowners. If you can afford it, you should buy a home. If you can afford it, you want to stay in your home for the long term. And real estate investors, if you want to become a real estate investor, then you could do that if you have the finances. So anyway, that's all I have to say. And you see a lot of value in this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need more subscribers out there. And also, if you want to take your finances to the next level, regardless of where you live in the country, subscribe to my website below. Input your email into our newsletter database so you can be a part of our real estate investing community. So every week you will receive real estate investment news, information, and opportunities free. You're going to become a free member of our real estate network, the Year Real Estate Network. Thank you so much, and happy holiday, and hope the best for you. And I will see you on the next video very shortly, coming up in the next few days, most likely the beginning of 2023. Have a nice holiday. Wish everyone well, and thank you for sticking with me on my YouTube channel. And thank you so much. This is Siwin Yi. Have a nice day. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.